kick off first, and here we go. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and important,
Here's a little room there. Hits him with a stiff arm. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Cook. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. You've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down. Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Saying from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to the ground with the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Saying from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I truck.
Makes a grab and room to run. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guy.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They go right back to it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got it up, and they roll roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Here's Sayin to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Got his man. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Right on the money. He makes the grab in the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sayin. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Sayin unloads to the wideout. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Shakes off the defender. Could be an alley. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he tacks on the extra point.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Lacy.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass on second down. Got a man. It's Haas. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Escapes the pressure going right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Defense closing in all around, and he slides to avoid the tackle. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. To give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. something to shiver up your spine. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, both teams are perennial college football playoff participants, and this will be a great separator. He said, I'll have to call the game of the year to make sure our offense is efficient and gets off to a quick start. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Saying a strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the ground, it's Jackson. Maybe some room here. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. The give. Turning it on. Running through contact. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. At the 35, he's loose. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the offense found no success with the backward going pass. How about a forward pass on second and long? Finding an escape route. Maybe a crease. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that shot into the end zone? And he makes the grab for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Complete to the right. Runs through him. It just keeps moving. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. On the run. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The option look. Now the toss. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Running inside, it's Hill. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lots of running room at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep headed to the edge. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Going to the running game. Got enough for the 1st. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and